Hi everyone, welcome back to the coaching series. My name is Ev, and in today's lesson we're going to learn the backhand topspin, a must-have stroke for modern, fast-paced table tennis. There are a few variations of the technique depending on how far you are from the table and your wrist flexibility. In this session, we will cover both close to the table and mid-distance backhand topspins and fine-tune them to suit your unique physiology. Before we begin, let's set up your ball machine. Go to Settings, Advanced, select Backup and Reset from the menu, open the ball machine tab, and in the download window type in 385.383.9. Click Download Ball Machine Settings. Once you see the applied message, your machine is good to go. Now let's move on to your stance and initial position. Stand with your feet a little wider than shoulder width apart, pointing slightly outward. Position yourself an arm's length away from the table, facing the diagonal corner. Bend your knees, lift your pelvis, and shift your weight to the balls of your feet. Your elbow should be positioned in front of your body and pointing outward. Keep your shoulders level and completely relaxed. Hold the racket so that your index finger is perpendicular to the handle, your thumb applies slight pressure on the rubber, your bottom three fingers remain loose. The racket face is slightly open and turned toward the table like this. Now let's start with a close to the table backhand topspin. Due to limited range of motion, the stroke relies heavily on your forearm and wrist to generate both power and spin. However, your legs and core still play an important role by creating an impulse and providing stability. To execute the stroke, begin with a slight squat while pulling your forearm and racket toward your body. The tip of the racket should point toward your chest as much as your wrist flexibility allows, without pushing your right shoulder forward. As you return from the squat into the initial position, accelerate the forearm forward while whipping your wrist slightly outward. Now relax your forearm and pull it toward your body again. Keep going back and forth while keeping your elbow in front of your body and shoulders relaxed. You can think of the stroke as a wave. Your legs and core form the base, your forearm is the middle, and your wrist is the tip. Now let's try the stroke in action. Open your ball machine and select ball number 4. Make sure you're facing the machine directly while maintaining low stance and feet parallel. Contact the ball just before or at the highest point at a 45-degree angle. Focus on keeping your shoulders and neck fully relaxed and your head level. Concentrate on consistent forward motion with about 50% of the power. If done correctly, the ball will have a low trajectory and land close to the baseline. In case you're missing the ball or keep hitting the racket edge, open the angle of your racket a bit more. Now let's cover the mid-distance backhand topspin. The mechanics of the stroke are largely the same as a close-to-the-table version. However, due to added distance, you'll need to incorporate some core and waist rotation to help generate additional power. During the backswing, the racket should drop slightly lower and move toward the left side of your body. The stroke should resemble the motion of throwing a frisbee. Now let's try it with the ball machine. Contact the ball at the highest point or slightly after at a 45-degree angle. The energy should flow smoothly and uninterrupted from your legs through your core and forearm to the flick of the wrist. Focus on relaxing your arm right after the contact and tightening your core muscles. Follow through forward during each stroke, applying consistent 50% of the power. If you can hit 10 topspins without mistakes, you're on the right track. This brings us to the end of today's lesson. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. And if you found this lesson helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to stay updated on future coaching videos. Your support helps me grow the channel and bring more content your way. See you in the next lesson.